And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name's John.
And I'm Kim.
And we thank you for stopping by on a Monday evening.
Yes, happy Monday.
And I would like to thank my lovely wife for joining me on camera again tonight.
Oh, well, you're quite welcome.
Because if any of you in the audience have ever been married, lots of times getting your wife to join you on like 10 o'clock at night is not always an easy thing.
Most women have probably already ended their day by now.
Right.
Yes.
So
That's all right.
I would like to say thank you.
Yes, you are quite welcome, John.
Well, we hope all of you had a great weekend.
Yes.
Now, it was a busy weekend. It was one of those weekends where there was just stuff going on.
Yeah, mostly up at Bear Valley.
Did you notice? Well, if you're following county stuff, the center of the entertainment calendar tends to move around.
Yes, it does. And they do that for a reason.
Occasionally Valley Springs, San Andreas side of the county.
Yes.
This weekend it was...
Oh, it was Bear Valley and Ironstone, that's right.
Yeah, this weekend was pretty specifically the Ebbets Pass corridor.
Yes.
Which we kind of think of as our home turf, don't we?
Yes, we do. But we do cover all the way to Valley Springs.
We do.
We do.
We do.
Yes, we do.
So, anyway, they started off on... do you want to do a little recap?
Thursday Eve.
Yeah.
They had the County Line Trio at the Bear Valley Music Festival, which is back by popular demand. They come back, I think, almost every year, don't they?
Did we do our news from up there?
Yeah, we did our news from up there at the Bear Valley Lodge after the concert, remember?
After the concert, that's right.
10 o'clock. Thursday Eve we did
My, how time flies.
Yes, that was on Thursday evening.
Now, that wasn't when they had the belly dancers there, was it?
No, that was Friday evening.
That was Friday night, okay.
Friday evening, we had yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles.
Which was really good.
Which packed the tent.
It did.
It was actually almost a sold-out event. They were actually very good. They started out their concert with the older Beatles, and then they went on, and then they went and changed clothes during intermission and came out as the newer
the older Beatles.
I don't know how you would state it, with their colorful
costumes. Should we play some of it?
Will it screw up any?
No.
Mess up our news.
We'll do it right here. Let's see here. Da, 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 da.
There we go.
Let's see. Oh, we might as well do a bit of... should we do a bit of the County Line Trio?
Sure.
This is the tribute to the Kingston Trio.
Okay.
Kind of the folk music.
Very good.
And this kind of has that Prairie Home Companion type of feel as well. And this is a fun crowd. I mean, it was really... And I think the festival's been full of fun. There's a lot of different things to it.
The series seems like it's doing well this year.
I think so.
Yes. So we started off on Thursday
night. Should we go to...
Friday evening was yesterday, a tribute to the Beatles, which was very good. We actually stayed for that whole concert. This is when they had their younger day version, where they were still young and they...
Yeah. Well, one thing we thought was a little bit interesting is they even used almost vintage instruments. I mean, or the amplifiers and stuff in the area. So I mean, visually, it was
very good. The crowd was really getting into it. People dancing.
Yeah, so the mosh pit, people just dancing away right there. Dance, dance, dance.
And there were some little kids that really knew the Beatles music too.
I know.
Move on to where they have the colorful costumes on.
Oh, you want me to move on? You like the...
If they want to come online and watch the fancy.net, they can watch.
Now, this was... you were a big Beatles fan, weren't you? Wasn't this your era?
It wouldn't have been. It was fun. It was a good time. I know all the songs.
Yeah. You didn't grow up in the 60s?
born in the 60s.
Oh, you were born in the 60s.
Here they have their colorful costumes on. You can't really see them. They're all dressed in the bright colors. There we go. See more color there.
Poor little speakers probably over-modulated, but they were pretty.
Very good. Were you a Beatles fan? Or are you a Beatles fan?
I like the Beatles. Did you? Are you not really?
I just never really thought of myself as a Beatles fan, but I like the music. I mean, of course I like the music. I just never really said, hey, I love the Beatles. They're one of my
Because you
favorites.
were only like 5 when it broke out, right? Is that?
Oh, God.
Now this is something we want to. Now,
No.
Kim actually at the end, she made sure she played the kazoo.
With the Magic Man.
Yes. So there we go. Kim played the kazoo.
Yes.
So you even got
This
into
man,
the.
this gentleman lives up in Bear Valley, and he...
So you even got into the performance part of it,
No,
right?
I couldn't even do it. He does magic. For adults, he said. Not for adult parties. So I'm
Right,
not sure what that means. Not kids' parties.
Not
we
kids'
asked
parties.
We asked if he was going to be at the Teddy
Las
Bear
Vegas
picnic
style.
the following day, and he said no. He doesn't do that type of magic. So we also had the Teddy Bear picnic on Saturday morning, which there was about 400 people that attended. Great
I know,
time
it
every
was a
year for
big-
the kids.
it
The
was
kids
big.
love it. They had jugglers. Our son actually took a lot of video of the event. We also had the Bear Valley scoping meeting on Saturday morning. It was busy up in Bear Valley this
It
weekend.
was. Now, if you're looking at the scoping meeting, what this was is the U.S. Forest Service. And if you're following the developments up at Bear Valley, there's two different pieces. There is the piece that is handled by the County of Alpine, which covers the development that is actually within the village itself, on county property and county land. The other part covers Forest Service issues. And this would cover everything actually on the hill itself, some of the lift placements and things like that. Now, this was the first phase of this got started back in April when they first released the plan on what are the future of the actual village
lifts.
lift, the improvements
The
at
snow,
the hill,
where the snow sits, correct?
the stuff you ski on.
Yeah, the stuff you ski on.
Yeah, that stuff.
That
stuff. Right. Now, the big picture is there will be over the next several years there will be an additional 450 to 500 acres of skiable terrain added to the hill.
Very exciting.
This will push Bear Valley into pretty good territory. I still think
so.
they'll be a touch behind
Gondola?
Kirkwood. No
You're talking
gondola.
gondola? No gondola. But
You're talking high-speed quad.
high-speed quad. From the village
From the village.
to the slopes. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So that way it'll change us into, if you've ever been to, I guess even some of the Tahoe stuff like Heaven.
Even though they have a gondola, I didn't really care about it going on the lift. I didn't really care for the gondola.
Okay.
But high
You're kind of a purist outside.
Yeah.
You're
That was
just like
actually
a ski
I found North
purist.
Star kind of a hassle when we went there. Didn't you a little bit?
But I think their goal is to be something more like Park City.
Yes, that would be nice. Yes, exactly. We've been there. We didn't ski there. We drove through
So
there
that
briefly.
way,
Yes.
we drove through there
Briefly. Remember
yeah.
we stopped and had dinner?
Yeah,
that
we
was
did.
about it.
And but that is something to where the village lift will change everything, because that way it'll change Bear Valley from the drive on up to the hill and having the village someplace else to a true ski in, ski out
Yes.
city.
Yes. Very nice.
Now, they have released the plans now, so there is like a 30-day comment period,
Okay.
which they don't expect any real issues, because they really thought out a lot of the environmental issues.
Because that's all been approved.
Different other issues.
Forest Service has approved it all, right?
There can still be a public comment period.
Okay,
So if
okay.
somebody really cried and screamed
All
now,
right. Okay.
then they may slow it down a
All
little
right. Please don't. Please
And there
don't
was
cry and
also
scream.
another meeting today.
This will bring these. If this happens, this will raise everybody's property values in the area. The economy will just be booming.
It will.
Right?
I think so.
Yes.
Because their goal is right now they're averaging the 130 to 140,000 skier days range, and they would like to get it up to that 180, 160 to 180 range. Because right now it's pretty nip and tuck as far as profitability for the hill.
Oh, I imagine so. Yes.
Now, if they can bump it up another 30,000, 40,000 skier days, it makes it so it's a very comfortable range financially for the hill and everything else. And also one thing to remember historically is that in the late 70s, early 80s, Bear Valley was averaging 225 to 250,000 skier days.
I remember going there as a kid. Yeah,
and one of the things, it's hard to imagine now with the high-speed quads and everything else, because even on busy days, the 7,000 skier day, you never really see the lines.
They move those lines, you would never know it. The hills are packed, the hills are crowded, but the actual lines are not. I mean, there's never a line.
It's not like the good old days, right?
And now it's like there's boarders and there's skiers trying. There's a lot of people on the hills. I don't like when it's like that.
So you just stayed in the lodge?
I'm running into people. Whoa!
So you just stayed in the lodge, or
no? I don't. Now I ski now.
I'm just joking.
So anyway, they have some great and exciting plans for up there. A lot of it is going to be geared towards beginners, which is kind of nice.
A couple of the other improvements is what they call beginner basin.
Yes.
Where they're going to be replacing Super Cub.
Yes.
With a high-speed quad.
I think Super Cub needs to be longer. It's too short.
Well, they're going to be replacing with a high-speed quad, and they're also going to be dropping the entrance of it closer to the lodge.
That would be nice because the kids think
because you got to hike.
Well, you take first of all, the ones that ski, like when we take ours up to Super Cub, it's like so quick that it's like you feel like you're going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Well, it's just because you're so fast.
Yes, just such hot speed on the slopes. Yeah. So anyway, we have video of the presentation. If you'd like to take a look at that on the pinetree.net.
Technically, the link isn't lit up yet, but we'll have it lit up.
Yes, we do DVDs. So,
but if you want to look back at actually the video from April,
we have that one up too. Yes,
is technically a little brighter because it was done at the hill instead of in the
lodge, which is a little
cathedral
dark.
lounge in the lodge because we love the lounge.
We do. I love hanging out at the lodge. Actually, it's fun.
It's a bit dark in there for taking video.
Because it's got that kind of that lodgy fireplace feel.
It's a bit dark.
Yes.
So
we forgot to talk about after Friday night's concert at the Beatles tribute. We went over to the lodge and they had belly dancing festivities going on.
Oh, let's see if we can find those.
Which our 6-year-old was just mesmerized by these belly dancers. He asked me, "Mommy, are they like born to do this? How do they do that?" He just couldn't believe the stuff they could do with their bellies. He's like, I said, "It's time to go. We have to be back up here tomorrow morning. I don't want to go. I don't want to. I want to stay."
He was quite enamored.
Yes, he was. So he thinks, when a person's a belly dancer, that's their niche. They
may agree with him.
Yes, they're born to be a belly dancer.
They may agree that they were born.
And he did say the bigger the better, right? It seems like the ones that were bigger did the better belly dancing. He noticed.
Well, if there was actual,
bellies to move, right?
I didn't say that, but
that's what he said. I didn't either.
Yeah.
He said, if you notice the ones that have the bigger bellies, they actually do better. So that's what he noticed.
Yeah, that way there's more belly there,
yes.
Right? To let's see. Is this it? I don't know. Let's see.
He did a lot of video this weekend.
Oh no, this isn't it. That's the other one. The Cajun feet. Right, we're not to that yet. We better hurry. We're rolling.
So we will have video of the belly dancers up later if you'd like to take a peek at that. They're actually very talented, very neat group of gals.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Friday evening, and then Saturday they had the teddy bear picnic, and then they had the auction.
Yep.
And the orchestra played up there on Saturday.
Yep.
Sunday, I don't remember what happened up there on Sunday.
Well, they had the Latin
Flair Orchestra, yes.
And then also in the, we're just going to run around concert stuff. Now, this is Tom Rigney and the Cajun Fete. Now, this is one of those things, we'll get to the big Ironstone one at the end, but this is one of those events, the annual Cajun Fete.
Sold out.
It's sold out in about 20 minutes.
Yes.
It's sold out, because they wanted us to promo it, and all of a sudden, boom, sold out. No more.
Yes, no more.
No more. Sold out. Done.
It is a must do. It's a fun time.
Now, a lot of you that may be watching this outside of the county, now you would think a concert and a Cajun festival in the town of Sheep Ranch may not be a big deal.
But the drive out there is a little challenging. It is. It's a little windy and dirty and gravelly, and right.
Right. But this is one of those classic things that it is what Calaveras County is all. It is one of those typical, because this is an old gold rush town. This has the feeling, in some ways, of the old, like Louisiana.
Yeah, kind of. Kind of remind me of like the Disneyland New Orleans section.
It kind of does.
Yes, exactly.
And it is a vintage 1800s hotel filled with 500 people out having a good time. Now, if you are one of those movers and shakers in county, this is one of those not to be missed events.
And John went by himself.
Because I'm not a mover and shaker, I just had to go cover it.
Exactly.
Right? And we'd like to thank Paul Moeller for some great video that we'll be putting up of this later.
Oh, you didn't take videos too dark?
I did. Well, this is some that I took.
You got there later.
Here we go.
This is also VBF on the phone.
We do? We're just playing tonight.
We also had the benefit for Marilyn Sanders on Saturday afternoon, which had a great turnout.
It was. This guy's pretty good. Do you realize he's a Cardinals player? He was trained up. Yeah, getting his train going. Okay, all right. This was a lot of fun. Calaveras Arts Council put this on every year.
So next year, get your tickets early.
This is the 15th annual, and I would say order your tickets now.
Yes.
I don't even know if you can.
I don't know if you can, but try. They also held the fundraiser for Marilyn Sanders.
Yes.
Who just was diagnosed with osteomyelitis. What a beautiful young gal, isn't she? She's 13 years old. There was a great turnout at Utica Park in Angels Camp. They had a silent auction, which many of the community businesses and local residents donated items for the silent auction. Our community always comes together for people in need, and it was just amazing. We had a chance to briefly chat with her. We didn't want to bother her.
Yeah,
I just want to introduce myself to her for a few minutes. What a beautiful gal, isn't she?
Yes.
She was sitting there with her friend. She was a little tired, but I said, "Are you ready to go home?" She said, "No, not yet." And that was because it was a long day. It started at 3. I think it went up to like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
They had music. They had food. They had silent auction. It was very, very nice. And then we also had the Chris Isaacs Boss Skaggs concert on Saturday night, which Hannah attended for us, and which we understand there was about 8,000 people there.
It was I guess one of the busiest concerts of the year.
Yes.
Very, very well attended. I think the Chris Isaacs, being the local product, pulled really well from the Stockton Lodi area.
Yes.
Just a really...
Hannah took some beautiful pictures. Thank you, Hannah, for doing that.
Especially
Chris Isaacs.
Some really stunning ones. Some really, really nice ones.
You see those?
Oh, is that the ones you liked? Oh, okay. And we also have a new...
we forgot about the flea market. We also had the Independence Hall Flea Market this weekend, which was very well attended as usual, very, very busy.
And we also have a brand new chef chat.
Yes, we do. Making risotto.
Risotto. Should we do a little 30 seconds of chef?
About 8 minutes to talk about government. Which we have a lot of government to talk
You know what? We have all this government stuff, but I'm kind of ignoring it. Because we've had so much government. That maybe we can talk government tomorrow night.
Tomorrow's the meeting, though.
I need to know how to do risotto.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I've been eating in restaurants
I think learning how to do risotto is more important.
I agree.
It's really, really easy to do.
I'm just kidding.
It takes time.
This is a great one. So if you want to know how to make good homemade gourmet risotto,
Which I love.
Chef James Lehman is got everything going on.
He's a natural on TV, isn't he?
He is.
Let's jump right in. We're gonna need
very good on camera.
types of ingredients here. Now these are basic ingredients. You can add other things to your risotto, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So first, what we have.
Do you want to
here
talk about
is
board
butter.
soups?
Well, it's kind of a big meeting tomorrow. They're going to be talking about general plan. They're going to be having a co-meeting with CCWG.
All right.
I don't want to talk about board soups, but how much I understand everything I read for the agenda.
Okay, we'll talk about Board of Soups. Just kidding.
Well, I don't
Here we go. All right. Okay. Board of Supervisors meeting tomorrow. They are back and ready and raring to go.
Yes, they are.
For
Back
their
in
first
action.
August meeting.
Yes.
And here we go.
They start at 9 p.m. They have 9 a.m. packed agenda. Some of the items being discussed will be possible resolution of the Calaveras County Board of Supervisors appointing John E. Taylor as interim community development director and establishing compensation therefore. After the lunch recess at 1:30 p.m., the Board of Supes, along with CCWD, will move to the Calaveras High School Gymnasium. They will be discussing a water plant element to the county general plan and integrated regional water management planning efforts in Calaveras County, McCallum, Amador, Calaveras, and the Tuolumne Stanislaus River. At 2:30, the Community Development Agency will have discussion on the general plan update. At this time, they will accept public input and provide direction to staff regarding the draft issues and opportunities report and the draft working vision statement and guiding principles document. We have the full board packet, which is lots and lots of pages long, and the agenda. They actually have a board packet and then an addendum to the board packet. So there's lots of fun reading.
It is really good reading.
So those are kind of the highlights. They're doing the general plan update talk. CCWD, they're talking water, and they're talking interim CDA director.
And the interim CDA director has some firsthand experience with general plan issues. So if there was some concern in there's been some concern in certain parts of the community that with the outgoing CDA director that there would be a letdown on the general plan process, and it doesn't really appear that would be the case if in fact they actually appoint Mr. Taylor to
so tomorrow's meetings, they haven't. He's interim. The Board of Supervisors has to approve that, and I don't know if they'll publish his position later. I'm not sure how that all works, but so it's going to be a long day tomorrow for the Board of Supes. They start at 9 a.m. and then they adjourn for lunch and head on over to Calaveras High School Gymnasium. So
yes,
they
do.
Probably till close to dinner time. We also have City of Angels Camp City Council meeting tomorrow evening, which they will be electing a planning commissioner.
And you posted this up.
There are 4 applicants.
4 applicants.
I don't have their. If I click read more, what's going to happen? There are 4 applicants from Angels Camp.
Go ahead and click read more. We'll just pause.
All right.
May mess up our audio, so we hope not.
Let me see here. The 4 applicants are. It says I have the whole email in here. Joe Darby, typo, 26-year resident of Angels Camp. As those of you who remember, he was the one and only applicant.
And we believe he's 26 years old.
Oh, okay.
And he's a 26-year resident.
Oh, both.
So
okay. George Fry, 14 years at Angels Camp. Mark Rappaport, 17 years at Angels Camp, and also a previous planning commissioner. And Lambert Bert Sobin, full-time here since 2000.
So he's the relative newcomer, huh?
Yes, and there's something else I wanted to talk about tomorrow. Okay. They're going to be discussing. Actually, they're starting their meeting at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and they're going to be having a presentation by Omni Means for potential intersection modifications on Highway 4 and 49 intersections. And then we'll go to the regular meeting at 6 p.m. Let me see. They'll be discussing the Murphy's Grade Waterline Project. There was one other thing I saw in here that kind of stood out to me a little bit. What was it? Maybe not.
Can we go up the hill for a second again?
Go ahead.
All right.
They'll be discussing, let me see, Community Development Technical Assistant Block Grant applications. And the Utica Hotel. That's what I want to talk about.
It's back on the agenda?
Yes. Let me see. A resolution approving the submission of CDBG application for a commercial center study of the Utica Hotel. I knew there was something I wanted to talk about. Yes.
Very cool.
Fall out of escrow. Now they want to do a commercial center study of it to find out.
To turn it into a commercial
center. Exactly. There we go. That
is. And also, we had the pleasure this morning of attending a really fun ceremony. It was they did the official pinning. Now, if you've been following, I guess, anything here locally in the last 30 years, EPFD, Ebbets Pass Fire District, has been led and guided by Chief Warren Wilkes. And he has retired.
Okay.
So effective July 1st, Dave Bauer is the new chief.
Okay.
He's been doing a great job up there. He's been with the department for a long time.
All right.
And this was the official pinning.
Yes.
So, and it was nice. His wife and his son were there. They did the pinning. We'll have if you look on our site, we'll have some pictures and some of the details on it later. I want to say congratulations to Dave. And it was a very nice ceremony. Now, if you're following this, Ebbets Pass is the And I think most of the other fire districts would, even some of them may begrudgingly admit, but is the crown jewel of the fire protection districts in the county. They run their own ambulances. They have a beautiful facility. It's a well-run, well-organized, well-run district. So, and we were joking with Chief that he comes in after all the driveway slope stuff's calmed down.
Yeah.
And so this is a good time.
Yeah,
this is a good time to take over. So no, but also from many of us in the community, we like to say thank you very much for the many years of service to the outgoing chief. Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck in your retirement. And kind of as a fun note is the chief was also saying that during this last recent spate of fires, they actually sent some of the resources out.
Oh, they did.
So that they actually had the former chief brought him on as and so he was actually working an engine.
He was.
Yeah, and he said he was
nice.
having fun.
I really enjoy him.
Yeah. So anyway,
okay, I think it's time to tune out.
it is.
You
So
think
weather
after
is
hot, warm. I'm sure.
warm.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So more of the same.
More of the same. I don't think there's any precipitation expected.
And also the telegraph fire is contained now,
yes,
correct?
it is contained. That's
We
great
thank you very
news.
much, and we'll
Thank
see you back here tomorrow night. And tomorrow night will be, if you thought we skimped a little bit on government news, tomorrow night will be just
Government.
loaded
Yeah.
with government stuff. Good night.
Good night.